Who do you think's mid? Tiny?
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's either Quinn or Skeeter here.
BetBoom banned out the sniper and the Huskar.
Yeah. I mean,
But
you could
like,
pick.
it's a mid hero with a stun. Okay, Monkey King still in the pool. We completely forgot about it.
Where's he going?
Mid.
He's going mid.
We are here. Game number 1 of a second series, at the last series of today, between BetBoom and Falcons. We already have a potential first blood onto Pure playing the PA. Looks like it'll go the Falcons' way. Who will get it? It is Quinn on the mid Monkey King. That's right, Quinn for Falcons.
That's right. He's off to a very good start with this first blood.
Yeah, I thought he could have gone in a little further, but
He had another Jingu hit as well. I actually think he had him if he just committed to that play, but maybe a little bit concerned about giving away his lead
Kata Omi and Crit getting quite low. It's going to be a trade of supports.
Both most played and probably best heroes, but yeah, Doom's definitely up there. Plenty of potential for good Doom cast in this game. You Doom, PA, Storm, or Magnus, and it's great. But the problem might become that you need to Doom all 3 of them.
They're going to go on the aggressive onto Amar as the Lotus is here. Crit's going to not do anything, actually. Pure will end up snagging that bad boy. Power shot.
Missing.
Amar will pop the wand to stay healthy as Pure's actually getting really low. Gets the Infernal Blade. It has to pop the Fairy Fire, but the Scorched Earth will take him out. An unexpected death onto Pure as Kataomi will not be able to dodge the power shot. Nice job from Crit to predict where that would end up.
Yeah, did you see the shit-eating grin on his face immediately after he fired that? It was like, Amar, just relentlessly aggressive down here. Of course, he's got the speed aura, so whenever they both go for CS, he can just cover the distance and get off an Infernal Blade, and you're seeing it over and over and over again. Getting in there. Now TP support from Huerta.
Amar maybe a little bit too deep here as Save makes his rotation over. The dead shot onto Amar with the calling to follow. Do they have the damage? The slow coming out from the PA should lead to an eventual kill as they'll try to give it to Pure, but the stick will keep Amar alive a little bit longer, but eventually he does fall. So Pure ending up on the board finally.
Who needs a cloud?
Quinn has 15 knives. I just realized. That's
As he's going to show up onto GPK, not level 6 yet, but Quinn is, as the Jingu stacks are there. Easy cleanup for Quinn as he is now officially dominating this mid lane.
yeah. So Falcons looking to try to get both wisdoms. Amar gonna get jumped first.
Yeah, Pure inside the circle as well. And Amar with the level disadvantage and now the number disadvantage as well. Though Snake King coming to try to equalize this a bit. Amar inside the ring. Here comes Quinn though. That's one dead, but that's Amar. They will likely clean up after the fact though as a double kill comes out for Quinn. Snake King gets the shrine. And that is a very good exchange overall for Falcon. 5K lead for Falcon.
Oh no.
Save is level 5. Let's just get the level 6 watch going here.
Yeah.
And level 5 also for Kataomi. Maybe they'll get that for the 14-minute wisdoms.
Snake and Crit are almost level 7. So, yeah, I think 14-minute wisdom is honestly the next timing for BetBoom to get something done. I think until then, it's all right. Never mind.
Pure
They are
is about to get doomed. There's the RP, though, to follow. Everything on Quinn, and they finally get that kill. That's a 6K kill streak down the drain. So big kill for BetBoom. They show up in numbers, but obviously Pure not really wanting to fight. He doesn't even have his first item, which is the Battle Fury, of course. I predict that Global Silence will be available at some point this game.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it's going to be crucial.
Okay. Oh, I thought your prediction, it was a safe prediction that you would get level 6. I thought that was missing the skewer.
Yeah,
Bad
Amar,
fishing from Miro.
He's not scared, has yet to use his ult so far this game. They want Kataomi, knowing that his game is miserable. They want to make it even more miserable because they're Dota players, and that's what you do. You want to inflict misery upon your opponents. Save, not going to high fight. We still have not seen the Amar ult because it feels like they're just killing these supports, and they don't need much to do so. He's going to expend some spells, but it's all for naught.
It's going to be a free Tormentor as well. Falcon's already down here. They want to have immediate counterplay with a mag in position plus a Global Silence. But they're not going to find anything for the time being. Miero hoping. There is the target there.
There's the RP into Skewer. Into the calling as
Great
well.
shackle?
Crit gets a nice shackle onto 2, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. As Amar making friends with the Polywogs as the global silence comes out before the... I don't even think he was trying to Doom there. In fact, he faked it out so they would use the global silence. That means Quinn can come in to try to clean crew up. GPK barely gets out of dodge as Save looks like he'll be the sacrifice. And this will be a kill going the way of Falcons. So it's a 1-for-1, but definite advantage going BetBoom. But the global silence being on cooldown means Falcons can perhaps make something or put something together here, especially since they still have Doom.
That was very close. If they would have doomed the Storm, I think he actually could have died to a power shot. So this is a... You would think this tree is sus, but it did have a cloud under it. It was smoked up. Here comes both teams.
GPK, he's going to be found. He gets stunned, but there's a global silence. Pops to BKB as well. Going to try to focus onto Skeeter, but he is really tanky at half HP. But now BetBoom retreat. Not having that BKB, kind of a big deal on GPK. As Save will have to pop the ult. There's the Miero ult coming online onto Monkey King. Quinn in a lot of trouble, but they get the Muerta first. The Doom finally expended. This time it's onto the PA. Down goes Pure. That is a huge kill for Falcons. And the Aegis remains intact. Obviously not wanting to, from BetBoom's perspective, over-commit onto a Tiny with Aegis, but they still end up losing 2, along with their tier 2 tower.
This is just a great way to set it up for Falcons, right? You go for the smoke play, the tiniest, the first point of contact. Amar gets a Doom on him. He's screwed.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Good read here if he were to walk down the river here. Very spicy. Ping coming out from Miero. Seems to be aware.
They want to try to get the Doom on him, but there's going to be an RP on 2 instead. Falcons punish there.
That is a very good find.
And that's going to essentially nullify the rest of this Aegis timer as well. And we can see Falcons have only gained about 2K while having that Aegis.
Miero just had
Not
a perfect read there. He pinged out that the play was probably arriving here. He got into position, and he had the counterplay ready, protecting GPK in that moment. Falcons thought they could maybe find an angle, but also get the Torm. More in position. Pure. Oh, they got him on the
Ice Path.
Good
Macropire, but the global into the BKBs. Pure will Phantom Strike to the other side of the tree line where the Magnus is waiting. He is doomed right now. Falcons need to finish this kill. I don't think they will, though. He's going to be able to walk away. Now they're going to try to punish Amar instead. Gets Horn Toss skewered into the base. Amar dead near the tier 3 of BetBoom. Big turnaround.
So he has like 2 or 3 great dead shots there back to back, forcing them all away. And that was a nice ice. It was a great read that Pure was going to go for that mid wave. They get the ice path out of the fog, and as they're trying to Doom, he gets global. So again, can't help but think that a dagger would go a long way. Still not putting in the inventory though. Oh, he had a gem too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They lost that one. So that's a very big kill. Storm has Parasma now, so you have secondary burst now during catches. It's not only PA that's going to kill heroes. There's a lot of positives to look forward to here for BetBoom. And if Falcons, this is the thing that's so dangerous. If they try to push and they slip up once, they lose their entire lead.
Yeah.
So you got to be really, really careful. Nice setup here,
Gale
though, by the support.
That is a lot of damage. Macropire uses well. GPK will pop the BKB, and he will delete Snaking, although staying alive a little longer thanks to the barrier. And now with the help of Quinn, he will survive. So nobody dies. I say that, but now we have a double RP skewer into the base. A Skeeter just casually takes out Kataomi. Miero looks to be next on the list. He's dead as well, inside their own base. Bit off too much to chew. I've been there many a time. We are in America after all. 5 versus 3 now as Falcons on the doorstep of BetBoom's base. I thought that was going to go way better for BetBoom.
They couldn't follow through on the RP because he was doomed on PA. So he couldn't fight. That is just a non-play, and that's going to cost them dearly. This is at least 1 lane. The banner placed is going to stop the glyph entirely. If there's something Tiny's good at, it's everything, and therefore he's going to take the base.
Indeed. No Nature's Prophet this time, though.
That's right.
I feel like we haven't seen a base siege without a Nature's Prophet in quite a while. So that's 1 lane. Magnus not up for 20, so this will likely be 2. Although Fortification is popped. GPK going in pretty deep to try to take out as many creeps as possible. Pure coming in from the other side, looking to potentially flank. Looks like they do defend.
Here. Okay.
Mag up in 10.
Fair enough.
A little bit too risky. I mean, what can Pure build here? So Abyssal looks to be next.
Yeah.
I assume he gets rid of Boots next.
I think
after
Abyssal
that.
and then Rapier. I don't think there's another item that is going to win this game at this point. Or I mean, okay, maybe that's a bit too dramatic. Like maybe you have enough damage without it anyway. But I'm a little bit concerned that even if, like, let's say 5 minutes from now, with what just happened, it's really important what just happened. Because if that doesn't happen and the game just continues in a slow fashion, I think you have enough in the tank. But good find that one.
Skewer.
Oh
Counter
my God, the
initiation
counter.
is there. The Wukong's command on top of everybody. They lose their Magnus. Quinn staying alive. Pure gets doomed, will be destroyed. 90 seconds of no PA. That might just do it.
Game over.
3 dead for BetBoom as Falcons ready to take game 1 in style. What did he get rid of? He got rid of drums.
Yeah.
And
It's the only
surely,
one, right?
did he not have something else?
Did he?
Well, he has an Eon disc available to put together.
Yeah, he changed like 3. He must have got rid of another item.
Yeah, that's hilarious. 27K lead for Falcons, looking to close the book here on game number 1 at the very least of this 2-game series. Yeah,
Fishing.
horn toss, skewer. As GPK and company trying to do some damage
got
to the
doomed.
Tiny, but they don't have enough. The Doom applied to the Storm, walks into the fountain. Not going to be able to heal, though, as the Macropyre is there as well. Kataomi pathetically dies in the pit. And Storm, is he dead?
He's dying in the corner.
He's just dead? He's actually dead. No buyback from him. Global's available, though, as a second Doom online. Applies it to the PA. There's the Global, though, to dissuade them from going any further. But meanwhile,
macro?
they're basically... yeah. Oh, he's actually might die in the fountain.
Oh my God, he almost died on Pure.
Barely lives, but this is Tiny hitting your buildings as a TP going to be canceled. Pure trying to kill the creeps. Skeeter, though, just going to ignore everything else. Quinn wants to finish this game now, wondering why they haven't called GG yet. He's going to get skewered into the fountain for his hubris. He might die, he gets RP'd. Finally, that's a kill going the way of BetBoom. The PA does fall, though. Does have buyback, though, onto Pure. Ancient at half HP, so still trying to defend. I mean, this skewer play is always available.
Yeah, they gave Skitter the cheese. I was thinking they might actually full reset here. But with the cheese, they can stay on the aggressive. Now, this is spotted, this Invis play with the center. And it is a Shieldren. That's also pretty good on Tiny, I've heard.
Not bad.
Anybody want 2,200 barrier?
Sure.
Insane, man.
Global back online for BetBoom, so they will have one more attempt at this, but it is definitely stacked against them right now.
Miero jump.
Dead shot onto a couple of heroes. Miero. The Global comes out, and Pure not able to do enough damage to really do much to Skeeter here. He gets through the barrier, although they do get Quinn. He doesn't have buyback, so now it's a 5v4 again. Not counting the Aegis, of course, is saved. He's able to TP out thanks to the silence, continuing to hit the Tiny. As this actually delayed things again. The Ancient was exposed to the creeps, though, and it will slowly heal up. So Falcons not able to finish this quite yet. There is no fortification, so theoretically they could go all in, but...
The fact that these wards for BetBoom are still here is actually really big. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, as I say that, Snaking finally places the sentry. They had an Ops there for 5 minutes.
They want to use this Aegis. They're going to jump in, try to put everything onto the PA. Macropyre is there. He's silenced as well. Down goes Pure, and that is for the game. GG's finally called. And that's game 1 for Falcons.
GPK says, good game.
There's the Divine Rapier just in time.
He got it. He got it for the stats.
There you go.
Divine Rapier on PA win rate has been reduced now by 1 game. It did 0 damage as well.
Well, it took a while for Falcons to win this game, but they were up for most of it.
Yeah.
A Miero Darkseer, as that is going to be BetBoom team's last pick, with a mid lane Tiny and a carry Phantom Assassin. And now Falcons need to figure out, again, yes, technically where this DK is going. I'm assuming it's going to be Skitter again, and they're looking for a Quinn hero.
The PA for Pure, like
Yeah.
they choose to run it back, but now you know that you can comfortably place the DK there, or you could do a Quinn specialty in the last pick OD.
You can stand your ground and protect your carry, but you can't really win, is the way I see it. So,
Another Scatter Blast. Pure has to use the Fairy Fire, but that is first blood for Amar. Another good start in this bottom lane for Falcons.
Oh, wait. At least somewhat. But yeah, the lane should be getting harder and harder with Beastmaster and Snapfire. When they both hit level 3, this is nasty.
GPK versus Quinn, though. We can see the harassment coming out from GPK. And the OD 12-2 right now, 14-3 for GPK, and he gets the kill. Very casual. Just a tree toss with the Avalanche to set it up.
I would not expect this to be a lane OD dies in.
Yeah,
that is
agree.
a really good start for GPK here. It's very bad, but it's also, you can count on like one hand what matchups this hero loses, right? It's like that hand has one finger and it's Huskar.
Top lane. Yeah, Miero still has Surge, so he will survive through the day. I mean, it feels like OD is kind of a bad matchup.
Can you think of another hero that Tiny just flat out loses to in mid?
Have to hold that thought. Jakiro will take a tumble. Miero gets credit for that one. Scatterblast coming out with the Standings Eclipse as well. Save in the midst of all this. They're going to lose Miero and Save, and maybe a third on top. But GPK making his way over, gets the Avatos onto Quinn. They will take out the CM, and Quinn, he's going to shrug off that tree, gets off the Astral. Okay, the imprisonment goes off. Pure not able to find the connection, though, to finish off Quinn. That would have been a big kill for Pure. They'll have to settle for crit instead.
BetBoom brought 5 heroes to the top lane minute 7. That is crazy. But yeah, not the best, but also not a disaster. If you want to look for disaster in this game, it's going to be if Pure dies.
Oh boy,
That
Roar
would be
is
a disaster.
expended. Crit there with the cookie. They have the connection. Do they have the damage to finish this off? No TP's coming. So one more Axis does the job. And that's because the no TPs, that is because BetBoom were going onto the top lane. They get Snake King. Now it's a 3 versus 1 versus the Dragon. Get an illusion of him as well, but Skeeter, it's going to be a hard kill. As Crit makes his way over with the Scatterblast now onto Miero and Quinn as well. They want to force out, oh, maybe not. Thought they were going to try to force out the Surge and then Imprison, but they have the cookie connection after the fact, and that leads to the kill. Killing spree already for Skeeter. And as Avatos will connect onto him. He's left to his own devices, so eventually the killing spree does finally come to an end. It's funny because he has a killing spree and he hasn't moved locations at all.
I'm not going to say it's an every game kind of thing, but it can be good. But the question is, if you buy 4-staff first, is it grief then, right? Do you have to buy an absolute first item? Maybe you do.
Well, GPK still about 500 away from the old Blink Dagger, and it might be even more after the fact as Skeeter comboed with the Mortimer's Kisses and the Standings Eclipse is enough. Save a little bit too late, and now he will be surrounded by Falcons members. 2 quick kills for Falcons, tier 1 tower as well.
That is a high impact move right there. Nice swift execution.
And that basically equalizes the mid lane now.
Yeah.
It'll break up any more engagement. There's the blink that we talked about 10 seconds ago, it feels like.
He's so farmed. Holy. This is actually kind of crazy.
And this is a position that we have seen Amar, maybe not as much recently. I feel like he's been playing more of this. I mean, depends on the game, but versus a couple years ago, a more sacrificial offlane as opposed to just playing carry from the offlane literally every time. But this is kind of the old school version. Got the Omi deleted. As Falcons,
He's in onto
Miero. Does he
Can
have
he kill him?
damage?
Yes,
Be
he
close. Miero. Surge not in time.
Now he's going to get hounded by the remaining 3 members of BetBoom, but he has Aegis.
Yeah, dead shot. Not able to hit. He's going to stand his ground versus 3. There's the Aegis.
Is he getting any help?
They did come through the gate, I believe. At least
Nice
one
dead shot
member.
timing.
Amar, he's going to try to focus down Pure, but it's not to be. 3 versus 1, not fair. No tips, surprisingly. GPK still trying to untilt from the last tip, so...
Oh, man.
What's the next item for Amar?
BKB. Pretty standard.
Yep,
It's either that or Shiva. I think BKB is best here.
Still about 1K away.
Stand your ground, get in there, deliver.
His GPM has slowed down slightly since dying.
Speaking of GPM, GPK Hopefully not tilting right now. He's going to go in. He's not going in. He's going in. He's not going in. He's
Good call.
okay,
You should
he's
be a
going,
play-by-play.
He's going in.
He goes in with the help of his team. Didn't use the blink dagger, SyndereN.
Yeah. Important detail. That's why we pointed that out.
Why purchase it, SyndereN, if you don't use it, huh?
True.
Garbage purchase.
Even at Arcane Rune, he still didn't use it.
Sure. Ooh, this would be a massive kill. He already uses the Phantom Strike. Scatterblast
barely
misses,
missed.
but they find save. Astral Imprisonment onto the PA. Save missing. Mortimer's Kisses try to finish him off.
This
Wall
is
is
awkward
placed
now.
onto the Dragon Knight, so they get the illusion. Pure with the cover of the pipe. They're going to focus down the Beastmaster. This would be the biggest kill for BetBoom, and in fact, that's going to come to be. BKB, okay, used by Pure. Not getting much satisfaction out of for using it, but gets the Avatos onto the OD. Sandy's Eclipse with the Macro Pyre there as well. Pure very low. Will Phantom Strike to the right. Gets off the Stifling Dagger, but Skeeter comes in to make sure that the PA does drop. So it's a 1-for-1. That BKB coming to bite Pure in the ass. Should have used the Nightfall. Would have been more effective, his old teammate.
Or should have not used it.
Or not
until
used it
he
at
jumped
all.
in.
That's right.
Just a bit of a misplay there. It happens. Warding in the bottom half of the map. They have this full triangle of observer wards placed, and then they also have one at the top rune. So when you have this much vision on the map, it's extremely difficult to get smoked into, because by process of elimination, you'd be like, well, where could they even be, right? If there's these 3 wards and nobody's pushing top, and you also see the top rune, there's actually this is the only place BetBoom could be. So Falcons were extremely prepared for this smoke and dodged it. Now it's time for round 2, though.
Quinn gets Avalanche. This is the second smoke coming from BetBoom. Astrals himself, so was not silenced, but a nice dead shot. Do they have enough damage? Amar jumps in with the roar on top of 1. And it looks like Quinn will actually live through the day. Amar has to pop the BKB. Pure not going to really care too much about that. Does enough damage to bring him down to half HP. Quinn continuing to hit creeps. Gonna have to be careful, needs to back away. I say that, but he still has Sandy's Eclipse, so maybe they want to go in. Skeeter gets force-staffed into Dragon Tail. They'll take anything at this point. Kataomi dodging the Scatterblast. He will actually live as well. Everyone dodging death.
That was a super high skill fight from everyone. That was a lot of really big highlights in that moment. Quick reaction from Quinn when he gets jumped to buy time. They double force him out. Then the roar comes in, but then really good save. A great freezing field from the low ground from Kataomi. Huge impact with no items. He has nothing to work with, but he's still dissuaded Falcons from chasing through. Then they get a clutch Lotus Reflect on the Dragon Tail, and then they surge out the Maiden. So they had 0 casualties in that inside of BetBoom. They were obviously hoping to find the OD pick to start, but with how that was developing, I actually thought that was going to look really bad for them as the final outcome. So the draw is not terrible.
Pure. Finds Snake King, gonna open things up on him. Nice vacuum. Snake King gets tossed on as well, and the tree should finish him off. So that's 1 dead for Falcons. No way to get back into the game. 4 versus 5. Quinn getting bounced around left and right, but there's the roar into the Sandy's Eclipse. Pure dead. No PA now as GPK wants to continue the fight. Gets an Avalanche toss onto 3 heroes, but I believe Falcons at the advantage now. Crit and company gonna be able to isolate save. He will get taken out in tow as GPK barely gets off the blink. It's a nice haste rune.
Oh, that might have actually saved his life.
But into the pit Falcons goes. To the victors go the spoils.
Yeah. Let's see if they give this Aegis to Amar as well. I'm kind of curious, because the game has changed complexion a little bit here. Maybe you put this one on the OD. I'm fine with it either way. You can give it to Amar again. Well, you could also give it to Skidder. Great, good talk.
Good job.
I think that was the...
And what's the next item for Pure? So he's got, I mean, he hasn't really had much progression, has he?
Sanjay Yasha about to complete
SNY.
here.
And he has Divine Rapier queued up. Who knows if he's actually going to commit to it. Looks a little early for that as Kataomi is dead. They get the Vac wall onto the Dragon Knight, but...
That's really not great.
No.
It's a pretty big spell to expend for basically nothing. It's just going to kill off this illusion. It's got 3 minutes on the Aegis still. I think this mid tower is just gone based on this wall usage. Unless the Falcons fancy playing more aggressively bottom, just kind of coring the map. If GPK went for that camp, he might have just been dead.
Yep,
Oh,
he
he's
still
actually
might be
going
the
back
greed.
for it.
The greed will be your downfall, young man.
You will get Ice Path.
He gets clipped by the Ice Path. Dual Breath to follow. Amar, well, they can cancel the TP here. He's not going for the Nightfall. Gets roared up. And will be brought down. Now, let's get a look at his camera here. Oh, ooh, you can see it. You can see it.
Oh.
It's a silent killer, SyndereN. When
He could have not moved a muscle and he would have said the same thing. Like
that, you can't prove that.
I know you by now. I know you very well. You would have said that no matter what.
Cannot prove that at all.
You would have made the argument he didn't even move. He's so tilted. It's like, whatever, man.
Oh, their buildings are dying.
Yeah.
There's Roche's banner.
They
Doesn't do a whole lot when there's no creeps there.
Yeah, Save can't get rid of the banner. He can't come in close because he's just going to get pike banished by Quinn and then be in trouble.
Where's that little shredder? We need some minus armor on the buildings. Crit. It's time. And the jump in by Skeeter. He got 4 staff to safety, so this will be the melee racks.
That is a big
for
kill on
Falcons.
Tiny. 1 kill into a full set.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it. I think we are really in rapier territory here. And we're 30 minutes in, so it's kind of crazy. But
Yeah, it's does feel like a rare game where it makes
how else are you going to kill them, right?
sense.
It's just not enough in the tank.
Oh, Pierce being scanned. He is being scanned, and he's about to be roared.
They don't even need to roar. They will do it anyway, though.
No rapier yet. He gets the demon edge, though, and he shows that off, so they should know that he's not going for Daedalus.
Yeah.
As GPK will Nightfall to protection. It's infectious. I will say that. As Save is going to get Dragon-tailed onto the high ground. Oh, wait, he dodged it. Okay.
I think this is the last transformation skill remaining in Dota that gives you full-on disjointing. You used to be able to do this with Lycan and Alchemist and Lone Druid, where when you started your transformation, any projectile midair would just miss you because you became a different unit. For whatever reason, Huerta has that quality with her ult. I think all the other ones were removed, if I'm not mistaken.
A big macro pyre to both supports from BetBoom. Mortimer's kisses as well. The ice cometh for you. He's actually not going to get a kill, though. So thought that Kataomi was going to die, and it looks like he will.
They
so the
actually both ended up dying. Good call.
Good job, SyndereN.
Yeah.
You cursed them.
I
somehow.
said absolutely nothing, and whatever I would have said couldn't have saved them.
All right, can we look at GPK again? He's in a 2 versus 5 situation. Oh, he's laughing. Now, this is when the madness takes over. When you start... when you start laughing in a position like this, SyndereN, you know the tilt has truly gotten to you. Amar with the Nightfall now. It truly is infecting the enemy team now. Yeah, it looks like you're right. I would have said that no matter what. He's literally smiling.
He's smiling. He's so tilted. Oh, man.
Do we have any mice breakers in Dota?
Don't think so. Not really.
Keyboard breakers?
We have monitor breakers.
Yeah, just Puppy.
We have one.
Well, he's definitely done that more than one monitor, so it is monitor breakers. What's your problem?
Oh, man. I don't know. What's your problem?
12 minutes
more like
faster
it.
than average. Wow. The average is 48.
Yeah. This is a really fast rapier timing. He was having a great game. I love stats.
All right, well, he shows in lane, so they know.
Well, he was blurred, right?
I mean...
Maybe they didn't notice how hard he hit.
You can still click the portrait thing.
This is a full-on Hail Mary, by the way.
Oh,
if this fight fails, the game's over.
Amar, he's going to be the one to break the smoke. Or maybe not. Actually, makes a wise exit.
A tough target, though. He's got Ags.
Quinn.
He's so tough to kill.
He's going to be very tough. He's inside of the calling now. Macro Pyre onto 2, and that is the deletion of Pure, the deletion of the Divine Rapier as well. GPK tilting into oblivion as GG is called. Falcons take this 2-0.
That is the most disappointing way for that to end. They finally get their Rapier. They jump the worst target that they can't kill. But at the same time, who else would you jump? If you jump any of the others, they're probably just going to get Astral saved. But you jump the OD, you put everything in there, you barely even proc the Ags. So they still had to get through the full barrier to kill him. So that wasn't even really close.
Yeah.
He turns around, presses 2 buttons, kills PA with his, I think probably 3/4 of PA's health just vanished with the Sanity's Eclipse, and that is a done deal. Falcons came to play today. Very impressive series. Obviously, they drew the previous one, but an overall 3-1 scoreline. Can't be too unhappy with that.